Previously on Deja Janae, we perfected the base. Now we finished the face. It's time to complete what we started. The eyes, the lips, and everything that makes it 90s. And of course, I included the iconic MAC 90s lip combo. We used quite a few things from the MAC vault. Consider this your personal one-on-one guide to completing the look. Let's begin. To create that nice taupe grayish shade on the eye, I'm going in with a little bit of the About Face Beauty eye paint, and it's matte. So we're going to use that kind of like an eyeshadow base. We don't need a primer for that. So I'm taking the eyeshadow paint and I'm mixing it with some foundation just to get the perfect shade. Personally, I feel like the pads of my fingers are like the best tool to use for this particular product. I think that it just applies the color more evenly, more opaque, and the pads of your fingers, they're free, so use them. Isn't that pretty? That's a beautiful color. Don't you need this in your kit? This is a color that I feel like everybody should have in their kit. It's like the perfect multi-purpose shade. You can use it as an eyeshadow base. You could probably use it as a lip combo. I am really loving this powder. That is a good match. I love when a powder just does not change my foundation shade. Like, it doesn't look crazy. Unless I'm just imagining stuff and look crazy on camera. I don't know. But from my mirror, I look good. We're using this Depotted Beauty Bay eyeshadow with a little bit of Anastasia. Isn't she pretty? Yeah, I kind of updated her a bit. How do I feel about this thing? I like this container because you can see all the colors, but I will say that they don't fit perfectly in here. They kind of bulk out every now and then. I gotta push it back in there. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but anywho. And we're gonna put this in the brow bone. One thing about the 90s is that they really emphasize that brow bone highlight. Now, I'm keeping it matte, but you can do it matte or shimmery. But for this look, we're keeping it matte. And I just love that little detail. That one is just so quaint to me. It really is. This has the color that I'm looking for. So something like that. You need that to be in the crease. Yeah, I forgot I had this powder in my hand. Yeah, that's like the perfect shade. Perfect, perfect, perfect. As we go back in to build the intensity and give the eyeshadow look depth, Danessa Myricks palette is like perfect for this look, and she's versatile. She has warm, cool, and neutral shades. Do you see how gorgeous this is? We have the placement down pat. So now we're just going to take those same colors you put on the brow bone. You want to put that in the corner over here, and you want to put it in the center and it just it looks so pretty. And I'm mainly using just Danessa Myricks and this little palette here, but mostly this one. We went in with this color up here. I just kind of re-emphasized it. Take some more of those taupe shades and we're going to make that nice rounded 90s shape. I'm using these two over here, the powders. We're just making it nice, blending it out. If you have to, get you a nice clean fluffy brush and you can go back in and soften it out, whatever. But this is the shape we're doing. Now this has all the nice taupey shades that you need to recreate this look. You can really just use this palette. And look how pretty. Replacing that beige shade on the brow bone, the center of the lid, and the inner corner of the eye. Take that beige shade and we're gonna put it in the inner corner, like right there. I'm really enjoying this Danessa Myricks palette. You can really elevate your looks and go outside of the box of their typical warm eyeshadow look. This is something different, but soft enough where it can look good in all types of lighting. It's very pretty. You're going to have to tweak this depending on your own eye shape, so it's imperative that you pay attention to your own features and just kind of tweak it. I'm really starting to get the hang of how to use these putty textures that Danessa Maya put up in here. I think now I'm understanding. Because you can go back and use those putties, right? To like go back and clean up those areas without it being too wet and altering the color and getting all gunky and nasty. Like, you can just put that and it acts kind of like an eraser, but still keeping that soft matte effect. Beautiful. Danessa, you're a real one. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. A little bit of mixing medium here, and we're just gonna make a wing eyeliner. Well, not wing, like a little small liner. For the eyeliner, we're using brown, and this is one of the shades that comes in the Danessa Myricks palette. I'm using the Inglot mixing medium. So I use about 1 or 2 drops, and we mix the color up, and we're applying that on the eyelid. Now, you can use a pencil, a regular eyeliner. I've done both methods. I love the softness of a brown liner, and I just think it works so well with the hair and just the overall look. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. If you have wide set eyes, put a little bit of eyeliner in the inner corner of your eye, and it's going to make your face more harmonious. It's going to bring them closer together. Now let's get into the blush. Now in the early 90s, maybe late 80s, they were wearing much brighter blushes, but as time went on, the blushes became more muted, more mauve tone, more brown, like a very subtle type of pink, maybe even a rose, but this shade is perfect and I love it. This is why I skipped the step of adding the liquid blush and just went right in with the powder.
Y'all, this blush is like the perfect 90s tone, 90s blush. It's like, it's not too pink, not too orange. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. Another similar tone to this blush, this is discontinued, is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk blush. I don't know where it is. I have it. I just don't know where it is. But this one is like a good dupe, even though it's discontinued. This is the Construction ColourPop blush from the Shayla X ColourPop collab years ago. I still have her. But this is too good, girl. Y'all see this? Check my credentials. I give you everything you want, everything you need. Even your friends say I'm a good woman. All I need to know is why. Why don't you love me? We're gonna use a new one size powder melt. I don't want to get my eyes wet because I feel like when the setting spray gets on the eyes, it changes the whole vibe, and I don't want that. So we're just gonna boop. Maybe like right here. Yeah, that looks good. Oh my God, y'all, I think I sprayed too much on my forehead. And I don't like spraying my nose because I just feel like it makes it look oily, and I need my nose to look snatched and matte. Snatched and matte. Try to dab her in a bit. Let it soak in like seasoning. Girl, look at my bang. Now I'm gonna have to blow dry it. I'm gonna blow dry it because I got somewhere to go and I ain't got time for this situation. When I'm creating these 90s inspired looks, I like to use little baby lashes like this. They're kind of like winged out on the ends, and it has that nice cat eye effect.
Over time, I realized that I prefer smaller, medium dense lashes, preferably natural hair. Sometimes the super shiny plastic ones are way too harsh on my face. Super dense and dark winged out lashes can also cause my eyes to droop. If you have almond-shaped eyes, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and this is a recurring issue with lashes, so you have to be very particular about what you choose, and also trim the lash. If it's too long, cut it, because if you don't, it will make your eyes droop, and I'm sure that's not the look you want. I forgot to film this part, but I did lightly line my waterline with a dark brown liner, and also for this look, we lightly went in with that bottom mascara, not too much. Now, as for the lips, we lined the lips with MAC Chestnut, and we're going in with Folio. Folio is described as a grayish nude shade. So we lined with MAC Chestnut, we went in with Folio, and then we're going to top it off with MAC Clear Lip Glass. You know, she's the OG and so 90s. I'm super proud of these lip shots. I really want to try to get a feel for what Folio can look like, and you can manipulate her however you want. It all depends on the liner that you use with the lipstick. As a bonus, I did include a shot of Acting Natural next to Folio. Now, Folio is a tad bit darker than Acting Natural, or maybe it's a lot darker because Acting Natural on her own, she's very light, but she's still doable. You can still pull this look off. It just all depends on the lip liner you use. So here's Folio and Acting Natural side by side so that you can kind of get a good comparison of what the two look like next to each other. In part 1 for the base tutorial of this 90s look, we did use the new reformulated MAC pressed powder. And I went out that night, so we got a wear test, and I have some thoughts, y'all. I'm so surprised.
You would not know. I went to the club. I went dancing.
I was dancing, talking, drinking a little bit, and the face held up. You know the makeup is hidden when you look good in low light, club light, fluorescent lights. It was lights everywhere, and I looked really good. I got a lot of compliments.
I came back and it's still sitting. I haven't fell apart. I don't look raggedy. Like what? Give it up for the beat. Give me a beat. It looks good. Look, I know some of y'all was like, oh my God, that reformulated, I hate it. Y'all, I'm sorry, but Mac, you might have did your big one. You might have just did something. And you know what? I knew you wasn't gonna fail me. I knew deep down inside that you wasn't gonna fail me. I kind of I can tell by the butteriness of the powder that I was gonna like it. I could just tell. If it ain't got that silky, like buttery feeling, it's probably not gonna look good on me. If it feel all like, I don't know, just when it feel dry, like, and not buttery, more like a dusty, like stale powder, I just know it's gonna have my under eyes looking crazy. It's gonna have my skin looking all textured over here, but look, we're looking all smooth and beautiful. And this color is, I like this color. Upstairs in my lighting, it looked like it was the wrong color, but I feel like I did this. I think C8 is my color. This look good. I knew it was gonna look good. I believed in you.
If you're tan or maybe medium deep, I'm going to show you guys a couple of shades that you may be able to use from the MAC Studio Press Powders. Here are the MAC shades next to each other. We have NC 45.5, NC 45, and then C8. As you can see, C8 definitely leans more olivey, neutral. NC 45.5 is more neutral, warm. And then NC 45 to me looks kind of red.
Could I get away with wearing all three of them? Yes, but C8, I just feel like it matches my undertone really well. Like it has that dustiness to it. Like, so this video basically turned into a review test too, because what?
And that's the look. This is the soft matte 90s glam. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A lot of thought went into this.
And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.